Okay, so here we have 9.6 properties of logarithmics, and we're going to be going over 3 properties. The first one is the product property. So if x, y, and b are positive real numbers and b is not equal to 1, then the log b of x times y is equal to the sum of log bx plus log by. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to write each logarithmic as a single, and then we're just going to go ahead and expand. So this is called condensing. So we're going to go ahead and use the property. So what happens is, first thing we want to do is we want to make sure they have the same base. So that b is the base, so 11 is the base, so they do have the same base. So that means I could use this property here to condense. I just have to multiply them. So we keep the log 11, and then afterwards we multiply whatever they have inside. So that's going to be 10 times 3, which is log 11, 30. And that would be our answer because now we have it as a single log. All right, then this one, we have the same base, so it's going to be log base 3, and then you multiply the inside, so 1/2 and 12, and that simplifies out to 6. All right, so now let's work on expanding. So this will be C and D. And we're just going to go ahead and maybe do log 2x times z. And we're going to go ahead and go this way now. So we're going to go ahead and expand it. So log 2x plus log 2z. And then I'll show you another one. So now let's do maybe base 8. And we'll do 3x. So this is multiplication here. So we're just going to go ahead and do log 8(3) plus log 8x. So we're just expanding that. And this takes a while to understand just because it's kind of really abstract. So the more you practice it, the better you'll get. All right, the next one we have here is the quotient property. So when you have division, it actually turns into subtraction when we break it up. So we're going to go ahead and write each difference as a single logarithmic. So again, you have the same base, so you're good to go, and then you have subtraction, so you're going this way. So it's going to be log 10 and then 27. So it's always the first one divided by the second one. And that gives you 9 because 27 divided by 3 is 9. All right, and then you always want to see, can you simplify that single logarithmic, which you can't in this case. All right, the next one, same thing, we have log 5, so you're going to write it as log 5. And since it's subtraction, subtracting 2 logs, then you're going to divide 8 by x. And you can actually simplify that, so that would be your answer. All right, I want to do at least one where we're going to expand just so you could see that. So maybe let's do log 6, and then we could do 5 over x. So here we have division, so now we're going this way. So we're going to break it up into log 6 over the first one, which is our numerator, the 5 minus log 6, our denominator, and then that's x. So that would be how to expand. All right, and the last property we're going to go over is the product, or the power property of logs. So if x and b are positive real numbers and b is not equal to 1 and r is a real number, then you have log b of x raised to the r is equal to r log bx. So I like to think of this as the r is pulled into the front, or the r is pulled in as the exponent, depending on what way you're going. Okay, so for this one, we're going to be taking that 3, which is in front, and we're going to be pulling it in as an exponent. So we could rewrite this as log 5x to the third. And this next one, well, there's a 2 in the denominator, but what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have that 1 and 2 in the front. So I'm going to rewrite this as 1/2 log 2x. That's the first step. And now that I have the 1/2 there, I'm going to pull it in as an exponent. So log 2x to the 1/2. And now if you remember, you could leave it like this if you want to, but if you do remember, x to the 1/2 is equal to square root of x. So you could write it either way. Either way would work. All right, and then expanding. So let's go ahead and expand. This will be c. So let's go ahead and do log 3x to the 4th. So in this case, what we want to do is we want to make sure we don't have any exponents inside the log, which now means that we are going this way. So this 4, we actually want to write it in the front now. All right, so you just want to be careful with the instructions. If it says expand, you would be doing this example. If it says condense or it says use the powers to write as a single log, then you want to be doing things like this, where you actually take all the numbers in front of the log and pull them in as exponents.